This is Pelargonium peltatum, ivy geranium. And these are very common shrub, but or I should say perennial. Why I wanted to cover this plant is this has been used as a landscape plant, and a lot of times they're just used in pots or hanging baskets, but this designer has used it as kind of a color spot because it's evergreen and it blooms almost all the time. So I think that's a good use of the plant. Here's another color, and these do come in a lot of different colors. I'm not going to begin to try and tell you what the different varieties are. You can kind of check with your local nursery what's available. You've got this reddish color here, a nice clear pink, which is a showy one over here, and this one over here is more of a white with a blush pink to it. So what I want to cover on this is just what the use is for it. I see these in Southern California in median strips, and they're always in bloom. So they're very low maintenance, they're self-cleaning. You can see here that there are flower heads that are finished, and yet the plant just keeps pushing in more blooms. That's kind of an optimal plant. That's why they would use it in a median island, is because nobody's got to come in and deadhead the thing for it to keep going. Typically when you have a plant like this and it is blooming this heavily, it will benefit from some pinching back and deadheading, so that the seed production doesn't slow down the desire for the plant to keep blooming. So I recommend, if you're going to have this, do go in occasionally and do some deadheading on it. You can see size-wise these vary. This variety here is about 24 inches wide, whereas this pink one over here is 4 feet wide. So depending on the variety, you need to find out what kind of spread you want to use in terms of spacing. But again, the color is pretty hard to beat. And notice that I said this is Pelargonium. There's another species of plants called Geranium, and that's the species name, whereas the species name for these is Pelargonium, and the common name for these is Geranium. So just know that that's what you're asking for when you go looking for ivy geraniums, is you're looking for Pelargonium peltatum. These are fairly low water plants, by the way, in cooler coastal conditions, but if they're inland, they like some regular water. They're going to look a lot better if you give them that. Also, in looking at this one, I would say that it would benefit from some shearing to kind of make it fuller and greener. As much as I love the flowers on this thing, the center of the plant's not great looking, and these will push new growth right away if you cut them back. I would also tell you that ivy geraniums in Northern California, where you get into the 20s, are marginal at that temperature. So from my experience, if we get into the mid-20s, these get hammered pretty hard and some of them die. So I'd say that's kind of the limit to be thinking of in terms of where to use these in hardiness, is in the mid-20s is where I'd cut it off, because I think any lower than that and they're probably going to die on you. So that's it for Geranium or Pelargonium peltatum ivy geranium.